I don't know how to record. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know how to make a YouTube video. I don't know how to not be cringy. God damn it. Help! Holy shit, that's a lot of wood. That's fine, that's intentional. Welcome to Factorio! This is the first recording I've ever done, ever. It's going to be horrible. I apologize for everything. I apologize for existing. But I wanted to record, I've wanted to put stuff up onto YouTube. This is the first opportunity I've had because, you know, I'm stuck inside all the time. Might as well make it worth it. So I apologize for the quality. You gotta start somewhere. The goal of Factorio is very, very simple. Launch a rocket, and coincidentally, that's my goal for this series as well. I'm going to launch a rocket using a base that I've already designed, and some people might say that's cheating, but I don't care. Why would I care? It's my playthrough, not yours. The problem with doing that is the difficulty curve. But I've done it already, and I can do it again, and I'll show you how. Fortunately, I've already launched a rocket before, but I want to do it again, and I want to get there quick. So I've devised a series of bases, and by a series I mean exactly two, which will get me from nothing all the way up to rockets with just very simple, very small little bases. The goal is to get to this, which can launch multiple rockets and get us into the end game. We'll start out here, which will get us 2 robots, but nothing more. The entire concept of this little Kickstarter base that I've designed is to get us to the point where the bigger base, the one that you've seen earlier, will build itself. Unfortunately, that's a long ways away, so in the meantime, I gotta slog through the early game and try my best to get there. Fantastic! Now that I have belts, undergrounds, and splitters automated as well as the long inserters. Ooh, actually, speaking of which, gimme. Normal inserters and long inserters have been automated. Huzzah! Now we can do stuff like that and make it just that much better. Now I can take down Burner City, which is tiny. Hey, look at that. We've finally researched all the things that require just red science. I've gotten a little bit more of the base built up. Oh, well, shit. That needs stuff. That's fine. I can do that later. I can finally start researching green stuff. I want more of this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just getting everything. That's all I care about. Bullets, I guess. I don't know. Sure, done. Green science. Ready? Go. order to get to here, we need a whole bunch of this stuff. So let's start working our way down the line. That way, we can get this stuff, which will hopefully, actually not hopefully, it will get us to robots, which I kind of need, because I hate building just by myself. This took about an hour without robots, and it's going to take about 2 or 3 more once I get robots to get, you know, the base groundwork up and running for the next base, which you will see in a few minutes is quite large. Unfortunately so, actually. Ha! Suckers! I can hit you, but you can't hit me. Take that. Aw, seriously? Now? Well, we have red and green science. I'm actually going to do this with Matthew. We got red and green science up and running. Everything in the base is up to full snuff. I gotta put the steel furnaces in everywhere. But after that's done, then from there, all I have to do is craft these machines, plug in the oil, which I almost have, and wait until I can do everything. Unfortunately, I'm going to bring out the blueprint book. I don't have the blueprint book. That's fantastic. I know what I'm doing. So, now that I know that everything there is just waiting on something else, I'm going to see how well my blueprint is going to work. There is the blueprint. I'm going to make a local copy. That way, if I ever modify anything like deleting any blueprints, I won't actually be deleting the blueprints, I'll just be moving them. Actually, you know what? Let's put that there. That way I can put my book balancers in that slot like I normally have it. If we have to go through a little bit of a tour, I'm going to start with the alignment, which is just putting down the borders, showing me how big it's going to be. If you're curious as to what these things are in the corners and at the center bits, those are train tracks. Those are the curved train tracks, the ones that take 4. Yes, they are tiny. I know this base is huge. After that, we put down the belts, the trains, the signals, the rails, everything else, and it looks like that. At this point, it doesn't have anything on it. It's just nothing in it is powered except for the radars, and there's 9 of them. There's also the accumulators in there, but that was just to remind me that I need 250 megawatts of power going into this from the outside of the base. That is temporary until I can get the nuclear build up and running, which will go in the upper right hand corner. I don't know if you can see that cordoned off. After I have the nuclear power up and running, I don't need any external power coming in. So, technically, I need to build up 250 megawatts of power somehow, some way. I don't need to do that right now. I'm not going to do that right now. What I think I'm going to do is pop down the Midstrap alignment, which is fucking huge. I'm hoping to go this way just to make everything slightly easier on my brain. I don't know how much easier it's going to be, though. I need to explore some more. Okay. Let's try and put it down somewhere here. Oh wow, you might say the blueprint's tiny. No, it's fucking huge. You just can't see it. Let's go find the edge or corner. Actually, corner would probably be better for alignment. There's the top of the blueprint. I don't think that's a bad placement. That might be a perfect placement, actually. That's not that far away from the main base. Nope. Looks like we gotta move it a little bit. Damn it! I thought it was perfect. You're getting evicted soon. Let's put it there. That alignment I'm now happy with. Let's go check the bottom corner. Yep. That doesn't line up with anything important. That's perfect. This corner is also perfect. Yeah, didn't have to chop any trees. So I'm in the center. I can see up at the... I almost pointed with my finger. I can see the top of the base, theoretically the bottom of the base. Actually, I can see where the trees were cut out just right there. But I can see the bricks on the top and not the bottom. Can't see the sides, although that kind of makes sense, so... Eventually I'm going to have power up here just because there's a coal patch up there and it's super convenient. Alright. That was the first blueprint. I've done the square of bricks and nothing else. Here's the second blueprint. I'm not looking forward to it. That's for certain. Oh boy. Because I know that it has to go through this point. Now we have bots. Bam! Bam! Ah! Finally! We have our first robots! They're mine! Personal robot. That takes blue science. That's fine. Do I have 50 blue science? Probably. So now that we have bots, I can have 10 bots for this thing. So I've collected my 10 bots and they're going to stay in this corner forever. Besides that, I'd like to have a whole lot of solar panels and a little bit of battery just to keep me topped up. It's not going to be perfect, it's going to work though, and that's what I care about. I don't even care about night vision. I need more power than anything. So I think the next step after this is to take these passive provider chests full of belts and power poles and to bring them on over to the new base. The way I'm going to do that is rather simple. Ah, bots, I love you. I don't have to do anything anymore. They can just do it for me. Oh, I am happy. I'm going to turn them off just until I need them because I want to put my belts down in very specific places. And the butts are off. This is a constant problem. Running out of materials in the middle of building something very, very important. This is gonna take forever. It's connected. Now I just need to bring all this over to the side. And all the belts and everything will be placed automatically, and I won't have to raise a fucking finger. Finally! Finally, I can be free of placing belts manually. At the very least, manually. That's very important to note. I'm still gonna have to put down other things. Execute Order 66. Now that I have Roboport coverage basically everywhere, as soon as I create Roboports, they'll just be able to build themselves. Theoretically, I think I'd feel comfortable putting down the first blueprint of smelters. Which goes something like that. Yes, you jumped out. That's fine. I would feel alright putting down the oil, but I don't have that automated at the base, so I'm not going to. Ye slaves, build me everything. And oh yes, bullets are now being made and put onto the belt that goes around the entire base. For what reason, you might ask? I will show you. The defense wall, yes. Wait. Perfect. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there. I'm going to finish up the beginning smelter area, and when we start the next episode, we're going to put down them all. If we get everything done in the way I hope we do, we'll be able to set the trains up as well so that everything will begin to build itself. Until then, however, I'll see you next time.